So we all know that life can change in an instant, sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. Today we're going to talk to local wrestler and South Kingstown resident Dylan Desano about his career in wrestling and how it was taken away in an instant. Desano started wrestling at an early age. He knew early on that it was something he wanted to do for the rest of his life, so he took after it. When did you start wrestling?
I started wrestling when I was around 3 years old. Around 4 and 5 is when I started getting out on the mat and starting competing, started practicing and everything.
From a young age, he knew wrestling in Rhode Island was not going to take him to the places he wanted to go, so he started traveling the country before he even got to middle school.
So we started to pick up and get very serious about it.
I went on to ask the nationally esteemed wrestler what his greatest accomplishment was.
The one that's like most meaningful to me would be my senior year state title.
After losing the state championship his junior year of high school, Desano had a chance to redeem himself his senior year.
They really got to me. I lost on that big stage, so I spent the whole summer working, training, and it just meant more to me to beat him again the next year.
During his tenure at Bishop Hendrick High School, Desano was able to win 3 state championships and go to 2 New England finals. His many successes at the high school level led to him getting a full scholarship from Brown University to go wrestle there. Unfortunately, his dream for wrestling for the Bears was cut short when he found out his senior year that he had a spinal injury that would stop him from wrestling ever again. I asked Desano what his reaction was when he found out that he could never wrestle competitively ever again.
So it was like an identity crisis for me, to be honest. Everything came crashing down. It was who I was. Everyone knew me. Oh, like, that's the wrestler kid. I just felt like I had so much pressure from a young age. They were like, oh, you're going to go here. You're going to wrestle, D1. You're going to be in the Olympics. And to see like my whole world just kind of go up in flames like that, it left me in a free fall. I stand still and I was lost.
So how has the injury directly caused you to change as a person?
So I've had to shift my focus to areas where I'm passionate about, which is medicine, which is school.
Desano is now a pre-med major at the University of Rhode Island and hopes to use that to elevate himself to Brown Medical School to become a doctor.
So what, I didn't get down this path. I still want to do this. This is still something I'm passionate about. I'm going to try and pursue that. So my goal is to get into Brown by a different means in a different area.
Despite losing his original scholarship to Brown University for wrestling due to injury, Desano still decided to push forward and still plans on attending his dream school of Brown University in the future to get his doctorate degree. This just shows that life isn't always a linear succession. The only things you can control is how much effort you put in and the sacrifices you are willing to make. I'm Charlie White, reporting from South Kingstown, Rhode Island.